to the biggest lead for Indiana. At this point, they're like, you are the look, you are the option.
Underneath the silver moon, we sway, dancing in the starlit room. We play, feel my heartbeat next to yours. Whispers carry through the night. Every moment feels so right. In your eyes I see our lives. Here with you, love leads the way. Through the night we'll stay and sway. Under stars that shine above. Caught in the rhythm of our love. Close and never part. Every touch a work of art. With you here I lose all time.
The angels are here.
Did you change something in your game day routine, or do you feel like you're just in a groove right now?
She's in a groove. She started hanging out with me more.
It's rubbing off on me.
Hold me close and never let go.
I'm the type of love that's kept the hook when it's slow.
Oh, keep it, don't rush a thing. Let every moment say, hold me close, take it slow. Sexy, Lexie, Lexie has the top legs. Sexy, Lexie, Lexie has the top legs. And you love when you're more, we're letting me stop and never approach so right. Come closer, let me hear your heartbeat song. Tonight in your arms is where I belong. Hold me close and never let go.
I'm the type of love that's kept the hook when it's slow.
Oh, keep it, don't rush a thing. Let every moment say, hold me close, take it slow. Feel the rhythm, let the passion ride in this embrace with the bluest skies. Your touch, it paints the stars above. With every breath, we're falling in love. And dance with me to a rhythm all our own. Tonight in this moment, we're never alone. Hold me close and never let go.
I'm the type of love that's kept the hook when it's slow.
Oh, keep it, don't rush a thing. Let every moment say, hold me close, take it slow. In every whisper, we'll find our way. With your arms around, I want to stay. The night is young and minutes fly. In your embrace, we'll touch the sky. Hold me close and never let go.
I'm the type of love that's kept the hook when it's slow.
Oh, keep it, don't rush a thing. Let every moment say, hold me close, take it slow.
You know, I think more than anything, just being able to practice with our team. We're getting a lot of good reps in practice, and I think, you know, confidence comes from that. Confidence comes from getting the reps, the game-like reps. over and over again in practice. And, you know, our team's super competitive. So every single day that we've had of training camp so far has felt pretty much game-like. Like, we're all taking it very serious, and it starts in practice.
What are the biggest things you take away from the 3 preseason games then?
That it's going to be an exciting season. I think more than anything, we're a deep team, and I think everyone's really bought into trusting the process. This season, you know, it might not start off super pretty, but we know that putting in the work, putting in, you know, trust into the coaching staff, trust in each other, that by the end of the season we'll be exactly where we want to be. So just excited, you know, with the progress we've made even over just 3 games.
Steph just talked about how you and Sophie come in with a lot of energy, a lot of like fast twitch pace. Just what's it been like with Sophie coming in and being able to play with her?
I mean, it's so fun. Sophie's so fun to play with. She has a different energy about her, something you can't teach, something you can't tell people to act like, because you either have that or you don't. And being able to play with her, you feed off of that, and she feeds off the crowd feeds off her, so it's super fun. And I'm very grateful to get to play alongside her.
Cool.
Tahina had a great game for Atlanta tonight. What did you see from her, knowing she's a rookie, just stepping in, you know, fresh off of playing in the tournament and everything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I know how quick that comes. So it's great to see, you know, the rookies last year, this year coming in and playing with confidence. That's all you can really ask for rookies, and it just shows that the game's continuing to grow. Rookies aren't coming in and acting like they're not supposed to be here. They're here, and they're making names for themselves, and you know, exciting for any rookie to come in there for one of their first few games and have a game like she did.
And obviously, one of the things that makes the crowds fun is all the moms and daughters that we see out here. So tomorrow being Mother's Day, we're just wondering, like, what kind of your thoughts going into Mother's Day, having moms on your staff and around the league as well.
Yeah, I mean, women are amazing. And I think you see that not only from our coaching staff, but our teammates that are moms. I mean, they do it all. And being able to come and put their bodies on the line, be away from their family a lot of the season, it's a great opportunity to celebrate those women in our lives. And I'm just very grateful for what they've done for us, and just to be, you know, alongside them again.
The angels are here.
Hey there guys, there's a way for you to support the channel through donations, as you can donate a few different ways here, as you guys can donate through Cash App. My Cash App tag is $Sack Exchange. You can donate straight through PayPal. The link is in the description box to donate through PayPal. So just go into the description box, click on that link, and it'll take you straight to my donation page there. Or you can do the super thanks right here on YouTube as well to donate, as we have 5 donators since I've been collecting donations. The most recent one was from Malcolm McSwain, who donated $20 through PayPal. I just want to thank him very much, and I want to thank the rest of you guys who have donated already or plan to donate in the future. I just want to thank you guys in advance. Now let's get to the video, guys. Thank you very much. What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here. And welcome to Ace's Angels, y'all, man. And wow, what a game. What a game for Lexie Hull. One sexy Lexie Hull, bro. What a game she had, man. She closed this game, bro. She was hotter than fish grease to close this game, man. This was Stanford Lexie Hull, bro. This was last year's Seattle Lexie Hull when she played against Seattle. Like, it was that version of Lexie Hull, man. Lexie Hull was amazing, man. Just crazy. Jumped out the gym, man. That chick jumped out the gym today, bro. Had 14 points, most of it coming in that fourth quarter. She got a hell of a fourth quarter, man. Lexie Hull was literally carrying this team on her back. Literally carrying this team on her back down the stretch. Like, the finishing group was looking for Lexie to close. Like, they kept trying to give Lexie the ball. And one of the things I loved, so at first, she had Ashley Jones on her, right? She had Ashley Jones on her. And she was straight taking Ashley to the rack a couple of times. She was taking that girl to the rack. The first couple of times. Then she started pulling up from mid-range. And this is one of the things that a lot of people don't know about with Lexie. Like, Lexie isn't just like a three-point shooter. She can pull up in the mid-range, and she was doing a Kobe-esque type performance on him. It was Kobe style, just pulling up from the mid-range. Got MJ. I called her MJ Lexie at one point, Michael Jordan Lexie, bro. I wasn't even calling her Sexy Lexie. I was calling her Michael Jordan Lexie because she was pulling up from the mid-range, you know. And that's something that, for me, when it comes to Lucy Olsen, that I really want to see from Lucy Olsen in the future, bro. I want to see her pull up from mid-range just like that. That's why I said Lucy needs to get her game a little bit back to the basics. She's trying to figure things out on this Mystics team. She needs to do that. Grace Berger was doing that in the game against the Sky. She was pulling back. Yeah. You know, if she couldn't get to the cup, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Instead of forcing up some threes, you know what I'm saying? Because she's capable of hitting middies. And so one of the things about Lexie Hull, if you watch Lexie Hull over the years, is that Lexie is somebody who she kind of plays to who's ever on the court. Like, she was just a little bit more aggressive. Like, you see that she was a +6 on the floor today. 6 for 12 in the field. You know, she didn't hit a three, 23 minutes. So that's about where I want Lexie Hull to be. Somewhere close to 25 minutes this season. Like, Stephanie White's going to have to figure out how to keep her on the floor. Because the way she hustles and plays D, her effort, you got to have Lexie on the damn floor, man. You cannot keep that girl on the bench. The team just needs her. It doesn't matter what group you got out there. I understand with the starters, you might not really have her in there to start the game or in closing time, but you got to figure out how to get her out there because she does so much for the team, the dirty stuff. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Incredible game, no turnovers. Played with 3 fouls. There was a couple of times where Lexie got hacked going to the hole. There was one even like in that fourth quarter that I was like, where the fuck is the call at? You know, these referees are very inconsistent today. They were calling a lot of fouls to start the game, and then it just felt like they weren't calling anything in the second half. You know what I'm saying? They let the girls play in the second. I don't know what was going on there, but they just let the girls play in the second. But yeah, man, with Lexie, man, she was really dominating today. And like I said before, Lexie plays to who's ever on the floor. She's usually not this aggressive. If she's on a group like Kayla Clark Mitchell, that type of group, if she's out there with shooters, she's usually not that aggressive unless Caitlin or Mitchell, somebody like that, is looking for her actively, or DeWanna Bonner, if she's out there on the court with DeWanna Bonner. If somebody's actively looking for her, she'll shoot it from the corner. But if she's on the floor with a group like this, she's going to be a lot more aggressive. She's going to be a lot more aggressive. Lexie basically shows you today that she could be any type of player. She adjusts to the game based on who's out there. She's like a chameleon almost. She's like a chameleon. And it's actually a great player to have on your team because you know she could turn it on when she needs to. You know? And I just really felt like she played a hell of a game today. She played it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch her close and win this game. Because it reminded people Lexie was really that bitch at Stanford. Like, she was playing like this at Stanford. And so, obviously, her game got watered down a little bit here in the WNBA. And I said that. There's a lot of girls who dominate in college, and then their game gets watered down when they come to the W, man. It happens a lot. It happens a lot, man. And this is just one of those occurrences. It's just one of those occurrences. But Lexie did a great job out there, man. And the team needed her because this was kind of like the fever started pulling away and then it got tight towards the end. Atlanta was really keeping up with the Fever in this one, man. This was, I think, out of the 3 games, Washington had a big lead on Indiana at one point. Then it got close. This one felt like a hybrid of those 2 games. Like, it felt like it was right in the middle. Obviously, Brazil. It's Brazil. Their defense isn't as good as a WNBA defense. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that score looked the way it did, and why the 3-point shooting was so efficient in that game. But man, Lexie looked really good. Let's go over the rest of the team real quick, man. I'm going to get to Sophie Cunningham in a second, and I want to talk about a little bit about Pow just in case, because I don't know if I'm making an individual video about her, because I want to ragdoll on Colson, and then we got Grace Berger and Haley Van Lith later tonight. So y'all know I'm going to cover that. And I still got to do a couple of videos. I got a Bree Hall. Oh, for those of y'all watching this video, I got a Bree Hall video, because there was some people trying to say that the Fever was being racist for cutting Bree Hall. Yeah, I got that video coming. That should be up by Monday. Be on the lookout for that. I need more time, because that's like a longer video. I think it's like 30 minutes, so I need the time to render it. But be on the lookout for that video, though. I'm going to try to get it in as soon as I can, because the season's about to start next week, so I don't want to get it out when the season starts. So my goal is to get that one up by Monday if possible. I'm not guaranteeing I'll have it up by then, but should be in. And then we got to talk about Lucy Olsen, because there's a new situation that came up with them signing Lauren Jansen from Creighton. And then we got Serena Sundell to talk about. So I don't know if I'm getting all those videos in this weekend, but we got to talk about Grace Berger again tonight. We got to talk about Haley Van Lith. So that's why I'm trying to get these videos in now. So let's go over real quick the rest of the Indiana team. Start with Caitlin. So Caitlin played about the same minutes as Lexie, 23 minutes. At one point, she was very efficient. I think she was like very close to being like 5 for 5 or some shit like that when she had like 14 points. 13 points. Then she kind of went cold and went 5 for 11. But she shot, one of them was a local 3. 3 for 8 from 3. She had 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Not a bad game for Caitlin, but I think a lot of Fever fans did notice she's looking a little bit slower. I think definitely that injury she has right now is definitely affecting her, but she definitely looks slower. I have noticed that Caitlin is looking a little bit slower, but I'm not like super concerned. But the one thing that I don't like what they're doing right now, and this is a real concern for me, is this off ball shit. I like Caitlin with the ball in her hand 80% of the time. I don't like her playing off ball. It's not to me. It's not something that in her game. I'm not a fan of it, bro. I'm just not. I'm not a fan of that, bro. I'm not a fan of that. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of off ball for Caitlin. I think it definitely hurts her game more than anything. And right now, really the only guard. So she played with Sophie. I need to see her out there with Sophie more. Sophie started the game. We'll talk about Sophie in a second because of this injury. But I need to see her out there with Sophie a little more. But right now, the only guard that she's really comfortable with right now is Mitchell. But Colson, that shit did not work. It looked like her Erica Wheeler last year. It just did not work. It did not work when they were out there together. You can't have them out there together. I'm sorry, you can't have those two out there together. It don't mix. It don't mix. So they're definitely going to have to. They're definitely going to have to look at that, because that's like I said, that's not going to work. It just isn't. It's not going to work. But like I said, one of the things that I will say is that even though it doesn't work, I will say that I think that this is why I wanted them to draft Lucy Olsen, man. This is exactly why I wanted them to draft Lucy Olsen, because Lucy Olsen it could play the 2. She could play the 2 next to Caitlin. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like Lucy's someone that needs the ball in her hand a lot of the time. So it's like I would rather Caitlin always had a ball in her hand and then dish it off. I think Kelsey Mitchell played a better game when Caitlin was dishing it to her and getting her better shots. Because Caitlin's such a good passer. Like, I would have rather them had done that. Like, imagine if you did have Lucy Olsen. Lucy Olsen is not a stand in the corner shooter. You know what I mean? She could actually move around off the ball and get a spot for a mid-range jumper. It just would have been a nice asset for Caitlin if she would have had a Lucy Olsen on the team. You know what I mean? Because when you saw man, we'll do the video about Sydney Colson, man. So I'm not even going to rant about her right now. Just join me over in the Sydney Colson video if you want to hear my rant about her. DeWanda Bonner, I thought she had a decent game, man. She's definitely still learning 10. She had a couple of turnovers, with her passes. That's just her needing to get timing with the bench players and stuff like that. Kelsey Mitchell was 5 for 12, 2 for 6 from 3. She's got to fix some things, but I'm actually liking Kelsey a little more this season. Seems to be passing, but she was also over dribbling at times too. But I don't have a real problem with Kelsey like I was having last year. She seems to be moving the ball around a little bit more, looking up and passing. Like, she's doing a little bit more of that. Like, when people were telling me, like, Kelsey was doing all this shit last season, I was like, bro, I know what the fuck I saw. She was not doing this last season. I would have pointed it out like I'm doing right now. She's doing it now. I didn't see it last season, bro. Come on now. I didn't see that shit last season. The bigs, I want to see a little bit more. Natasha Howard, Aliyah Boston, I got to see a little bit more out of them. Like, I think they're going to have to definitely clean it up because you're going to face those two monsters in Camila Cardozo and Angel Reese next week. You can't play like this against them next week, If we're lucky, we really didn't play Brittany Griner like that in this game. Now, Bree Jones was killing, like, once they were out of the game, though. That was the good thing to see, is that once they came out, it was a little different, though. It was a little different. But I hope Jayla Brown makes the team, but I don't think she can. Michaela Timpson, I'm loving this kid. I love this kid. Bro, we got to make some type of... I'm probably not going to be able to do it right now, but at some point during the season, I'm going to make my first, like, individual Michaela Timpson video. I've been impressed with this kid. This was probably her worst game of the 3, but so far for what I've seen of her, I've been liking what I've been seeing. Her defense is really good. Like, they hit this pick. They hit on this pick right here. Can't even cap. They hit on this Michaela Timpson pick. I want to see Michaela Timpson with Cece because I think when she runs down the lane, Cece is going to love feeding her the ball. I just really feel like she's going to love feeding her the ball. You know what I mean? Let's get to Sophie. So I don't have an update for y'all as I'm doing this video. If it's anything serious, which I don't think it's going to be, I'll do a separate video about it tomorrow or Monday. But I think Sophie's going to be all right. I think she just probably wears some type of brace or something during the games. And, I think she'll be ready for next Saturday. We got a whole week off. As long as it's nothing serious where she has to miss any time, I think she'll be ready to go. But it was kind of scary at first. I was like, oh, no, because she had to go to the back and everything. I was like, oh, boy, man, we can't afford to lose her. If there's anybody we can't afford to lose, it's definitely Sophie Cunningham, man. But one of the things I want to say real quick, Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull, I did a video about them as a duel, and because I got to do so many videos, I might have to put that on delay. But we'll get to that video, though, when I have time. When they're on the floor together, her and Lexie, bro, it's something magical about that. I love them together on the floor. Like, Stephanie White's going to have to find a way to get them on the floor. Like, at least half of their minutes need to be them together on the floor. They need to be together on the floor. And I was wondering something with Sophie starting today over DeWanda Bonner. I wonder if Steph is trying to see about starting Sophie and having DeWanda come off the bench. I don't think she's going to do that, but I would rather have DeWanda starting and have Sophie coming off the bench because he's an energy player too. I'd rather have Sophie coming off the bench being an energy player. You know what I mean? I would much rather them actually try something different, which is Kelsey Mitchell coming off the bench as a 6-man and Sophie starting in Kelsey Mitchell's spot. They should have been trying that out. Especially with Kelsey's finger issue. I think this would have been a really good time to try to figure that out to see if it'll work. Because I think DeWanna has to start, especially with her size. I think she needs to be with the starting group. You know, especially with her being older now, I think she needs to get into a rhythm. And I would much prefer them doing it that way. But we'll see what they do, man. I thought Sophie, up until that injury, had a decent game, too. She had like 5 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Shot a 3. So it's just unfortunate she got hurt. She got hurt sometime in that second half, man. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Lexie Hull was on fire today. Lexie Hull looked good, and it was fun watching her. Tahina Pow, seeing her on the other side. Oh my God, Tahina Pow, bro. This is what I wanted Pow last year, man. Remember, I always used to bring her name up. I used to say, man, can the Fever draft her? That girl, man, she's also another player. She likes to hustle and stuff like that. She's an energy booster. Like, these are the type of girls the Fever need on the team, bro. They need these type of players on the team, man. But I think she's going to be a great asset for Atlanta. I honestly think she's one of the players that you could build around her and Ryan Howard right now. I think you could build around those two. You know, we'll see what Atlanta does. I like the new coach so far. I'm liking him so far. But we'll see what happens, man, because the Fever are going to see the Dream a lot coming up. They see him like 3 times in the next 4 weeks or something like that, 4 or 5 weeks. I know they see him like back-to-back to start the season on the 20th and 22nd. Then they see him again in June in Atlanta. So we're going to be seeing him a lot, man. But go on ahead and give me your thoughts on this. Got to get the Sig hosting next. Give this video a like, share, subscribe. Y'all. Thank y'all for watching this one. Sexy Lexie. Aces Angels, y'all.